Lucky says, "Hi friends, how are ya?" He's enjoying his grazing out front. He's got the entire front yard to himself. He is feeling so much better after his medicines. He is healing up nicely. He's a plump little guy. Listen guys, we finally know what killed Lucky. It doesn't make it any easier, but it gives me some closure to know exactly what happened. You're probably wondering why I'm pointed up at this tree. What do I see? And there's something very identifying about this tree right here. That's a telltale sign of why we lost Lucky. Hey guys, well, it's been on my mind constantly, like what happened? What was the reasoning behind Lucky's death? I know he was a sick goat, but we went through all the protocol. We did everything that we thought we needed to do. We did everything the vet said to do. We put him through the treatment process and he was getting better. Every day he was getting stronger. He was moving further. He was venturing out, and it just had been bothering me because it happened so fast. We lost him. We lost him so fast. He was perfectly fine. Jeff and I, we did the morning 7-Eleven Animal Heaven show, and like every single day during the show, Lucky would walk around here. He would walk around and he would eat stuff. He would just forage just like a goat should do. And he was getting better. And after the show, we couldn't find Lucky, so we did the normal routine, look for Lucky. So we found him. And I'm gonna show you right where I found him over here. So the morning he passed away, this was his last venture. It was right up this trail. And the only reason I know that is because after the 7-Eleven, I came up this road and I was going to get a hay bale for the goats in that tent. And I found Lucky right over here eating some leaves. These leaves right here. He was chowing down, having a good old time. And turns out this is a wild cherry tree. And I had no clue that the dried leaves of a cherry tree create prussic acid, which is also known as cyanide poisoning. And this will kill any ruminant animal within an hour with toxic doses. And it doesn't take much. There's so many parts per million that it doesn't take much. This is extremely lethal and toxic to goats. So I would have never known unless I got a nice email from one of my followers who told me just out of the blue. She said, "Hey, brown cherry trees, wild cherry trees are toxic to goats." And I thought to myself, well, thank you for that information. I get a lot of emails, and I read them and I don't respond to everybody, but it got me thinking. And you know why it got me thinking? Let me turn it around here and tell you. It got me thinking because the night before he died, Jeff and I got back from setting up at the York Fair, and we were standing right here. And it was getting dark, and something hit the ground. And I said, "Jeff, what was that?" I thought it was a frog. He said it was a leaf. I looked down, and it was a brown leaf. And I thought, that's strange. And I even told Jeff, I said, "Look at that. This tree is dying off to the side. This tree is dying. All of these branches are dead off to the side. That's not normal." And honestly, that conversation would have gone unnoticed if Lucky would not have come over here and ate the leaves and passed away from it. He had every single symptom, every single clinical symptom that Lauren explained to me over the phone matched up with exactly what happened to Lucky. And it turns out it's this dying cherry tree right above my head that did him in. And I believe, in my mind, the reasoning that Lucky had to leave us is to teach me as a farmer about this, about prussic acid, about cyanide poisoning. I had no clue. Now I know. Now I'm informed. And now the tree has got to come down. I have to cut this tree down. Murph is going to help me. Murph's right here.
Yep.
We are taking this tree down, and I am so thankful that this has been brought to light, because it gives me a little bit of closure. I mean, it was really bugging me. I was struggling with it, and I couldn't understand. And now that I know what's going on, it's time. It's time to take it down. Let's do it. So I want to get this thing down. I want to get it out of here. I want to get it off my property. I want to look around at the rest of the property, and I want to see if there's anything else like this. I want to see if there's any other cherry trees near the goats. And if they are, they got to go. And this thing is coming down. Notice over here, I don't know why, but this side of the tree is dying, and it's shedding a lot of leaves. So he's got the first notch, the first cut in, and then he's gonna undercut that one and then cut from the backside. The plan is from here, after we drop it down, thankfully this tree is facing this direction over here. And if I would have known that this was a toxic tree that could kill our animals, when we cut all these other trees down over here, this would have come down with it. This would have come down with it.
Ouch, pickers. Ouch, pickers. Get the wedge out.
There we go. There's your wedge. And let's take a look at that right there. There you go.
That's a perfect V-knot.
All right, we have a fresh battery. He's gonna right back in there. Take this sucker down. Get rid of the root of all evil on our farm. And who would have known it was a cherry tree? I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's see if it's gonna tip. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yes! You don't know how good that makes me feel right there. That makes me feel so good. Now I heard that if you take a cherry tree leaf and you crush it up like this and you smell it, you're immediately gonna smell some of the cyanide, the very potent smell. Because it's only cytogenetic, if that's a word, once it's destroyed, once it's smashed up, once it's bruised. Oh yeah, and I can smell that. Here we go. Now it's time to get the dingo to work and get this thing out of here. Get the leaf blower over here. Take all of this stuff out of here. Hey, Murph. Good job, bud. Good job.
You're welcome.
I'm ditching this stuff. I'm ditching this up by the road. There's no way the goats ever come all the way up here. I've never had any goats up here. So I'm ditching it up here. It'll break down and compost. In the meantime, it'll make a nice little habitat for some birds or some bunnies or something else. But this is where it's going. I think when I get down to the main trunk, I'm very interested in turning it into something for Lucky, in memory of Lucky. Dangerous, dangerous. If you have livestock, do not even play around with it. Hey Murph, the bigger the pieces, the better. It carries.
I know.
It carries easier.
Yeah, I know. Those right there.
3 pieces.
Yep.
That trunk, that little trunk, and the big trunk.
Yep. Gotcha.
By the way, we're getting a new pig. She's in here. Looking good, man. Looking good. Thank you.
Yeah, but
Can you see it? Can you see it? I have a feeling I know why this tree was dying. Turns out there's carpenter ants. He's blending in. Tell me when you can see it. Tell me when you can see it. He's hiding. He blends in perfectly. There he goes. There's one. But there's another one sitting still right here. Look close. Look close. Totally. Do you see him yet? There's the reason. Look at that. Carpenter ants all over the place. Totally destroying the tree. And that's why it started to die. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I'm just so thankful that I have followers that care about my animals as much as I do. And I care. It's amazing just, you know, how that one email made me look and remember that one incident when Jeff and I were standing here. So I think we'll save the main trunk, and then a project down the line, we'll turn it into something beautiful. I'm not sure what, but we're gonna drop it over here for right now. Now all that's left is I'm gonna take the leaf blower and I'm gonna blow all of this stuff out of here. Get it deep enough into the woods over there and over there, just in case a goat comes wandering up the road, because they take the easy path. They're not gonna munch on a cherry tree.
I'm walking down the street on clouds instead of the concrete I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, nothing can ruin my day. No matter what anyone does or say, I smile at fools. No, I don't care, cause I am on my way. up, and I won't stop, I won't slow down. Steady on my feet, I'm gonna rise up. No, I won't stop, it is my time. Cause I know what it's like to be broke. I know what it's like when nothing goes your way. So I'm gonna let myself enjoy the fruit from this lucky day. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. Yeah, I am on my way up, I won't slow down. I'm strolling down the street with all of my favorite songs on repeat. I'm dancing through. Everything's about to come my way, and I don't care if you spill coffee on me or if the sky